Guys, Room 6 and welcome to my review of the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands Open Beta. Boom, I got that in one word. Just before I start, I want to apologise for the gameplay in the background. I had to use monitor capture through OBS on my computer, and OBS kept crashing. That's why the longest clip I got was 9 minutes. So yes, the OBS just went wrong this entire weekend, because game capture just showed a black screen. And so I had to use monitor capture. Luckily, the monitor capture footage is at an okay frame rate. It does get a little bit choppy at times, but it's dealable. Anyways, get on to the review. So, first things first, I kind of want to talk about the negatives about the game. These negative points that I'm pointing out weren't on all platforms. They weren't seen everywhere. Most of these, like, in terms of game performance. But you know, so the first one here is poor server connection / drops. During the gameplay, the multiplayer, of course, we kept getting host migrations and people were dropping out the game, in a sense. So the host at times just dropped. They would go, they'd drop from the server, or everyone would leave their server and they'd go back into single player, whilst the other 2 players or other 3 players would remain in a server with the other 3. It's just a thing that happens. It may have been because our crappy internet, but who knows. Screen freezing as well was another thing that happened. I don't know if it happened to anyone else, but it wasn't because our computers were terrible. Our computers were pretty good. But at random points the game would just freeze the screen up. It was only for like momentarily, for like a couple of seconds, but it was a thing that happened. And you know, that's something that kind of needs to be fixed. As next one as well is sight switching. So whenever you could switch the optics in this game, especially if you got a flip up optic, you flip it up and down. But that's the same button key as your changing your vision to night vision and stuff like that. And so whenever you do that, whenever you change the sight, you'd also be changing night vision as well. And it's annoying. I don't know if it works. I don't know if the same happens on keyboard and mouse, but it definitely happens on controller, because both buttons use right on the D-pad to activate themselves. This next one as well is kind of a weird one as well. So someone joined on me, and I already completed the beta. I've beaten the beta, of course. I did everything. But someone joined me, and they wanted to do El Palito sports car mission. The mission's fairly straightforward. You just got to retrieve a sports car from a base. We've done it like 5 or 6 times. Every time the sports car didn't spawn. It was a weird thing that happened, and I just thought I'd point that out. And this last one here is kind of a bit of a worry more than anything. It's that the game kind of has an ending. We're going to reach a point in the game. I kind of hope there's going to be something to do at the end. Otherwise, the game's just going to be left shallow like the end of the beta. We did everything. There was nothing left to do at the end. We just started doing silly stuff. Eventually, you're going to run out of silly stuff to do, and then you're left with nothing. So hopefully that's something that doesn't happen with the full game. We'll have to see to find out. But on to the positives. Actually, wait, one more negative. The driving in the game did feel a little bit wonky, so I just kind of thought I'd throw that in there. It's not a big thing, but when using vehicles in the game, the control schemes and the way they handle just felt a bit weird. But on to the positives now. The game is fantastic. It's just really good. It feels really good and refreshing. The campaign's pretty good. I don't know, I didn't really feel too connected to the story, but the story was pretty fun to play through. Going through, you learn about the characters, you get to know like their positions and how they operate and stuff, and then you go and kill them. You know, it's fairly straightforward. But you know, it was kind of a cool method, because through the beta we got to kill 2 buchones, which are like lower bosses. They do little things. So we got to kill the guy who trains their elites, and the guy and the like little couple who do all the interrogations. And so by doing them, you can collect like Kingslayer files and stuff, learn about the characters and do kinds of things. And it was quite cool how it progressed, and you learn more and more about the character, and then eventually you just bap them dead. Another thing which was quite interesting was the rebel drops. You could get help from the rebels by doing many different things, like calling down a mortar strike, calling in a car, calling in a little group of rebels to kind of hide, like distract the enemies away from you. You could get a bunch of rebels to do a little recon on an area and stuff like that, and they were pretty cool things to do. One game this game does heavily feel like when clearing out bases is Just Cause. There's different things you got to take care of in the bases. So there's stuff like the sound towers. They emit sound. They call in reinforcements like helicopters and stuff. There's light things, so when you're at night they can light you up and you lose your cover. There's power stations and SAM turrets that can be taken out to allow you to move around a lot better through the base and fly over the base and stuff like that. There's loads of little things you got to take care of whilst you're in like bases and fighting for enemies. But you know, the game allows you to switch up gameplay. You can go really tactical by using the drone, which is an amazing piece of equipment. Let me just say, it's so useful. I would heavily recommend upgrading it before doing pretty much anything in the game. The drone is a very vital aspect if you want to play tactically, because you can recon an entire area with the drone and then go in knowing where all the enemies are, and you just kill them all in a systematic order, and then you can go complete the mission and do everything. The drones they don't just pick out the enemies. They can also be used to pick up supplies and stuff like that to help you collect items and skills and stuff like that. The skill system was quite cool and unique, because to upgrade your skills you had to get supplies and skill points. So it wasn't your generic system. It kind of combined the two of collecting stuff and buying skills and doing stuff. So the gameplay was very rewarding for people who like to go out and explore. You had to go and explore the entire map to be able to unlock new things, because like the weapon parts and the weapons and stuff like that, they were just hidden in random places around the map. Like, you know, there would be enemies there, but they're just in random places. So I encourage you to go out and explore the Kingslayer files, definitely, but they were just all over the place. You could go and find them in all kinds of places. But going back to like the being tactical in the gameplay or changing up your playstyles, the game allows you to change up your playstyles whenever you want to. Now, my main loadout consisted of an assault rifle. The pistol is like your little sidearm, and for my secondary weapon, because you can have two primary weapons, it kind of varied in terms of weapons. It varied on situation for situation. Your assault rifle is your all-round amazing weapon. It can do long range, it can do close range, it can do tactical, it can do non-tactical, and it can even be fitted with an underslung grenade launcher to help you deal damage. That thing was amazing for taking down helicopters. It saved my life on countless occasions. But you know, for the secondaries, you kind of want to switch it up a bit every now and then. For doing close range stuff, you may want something like a shotgun, like the Super Shot. It was amazing at clearing up buildings and stuff. If you're doing long range stuff, you may want a sniper, so you can pick people off from a really long range. And if you want to go in loud and proud, you just pull out a big LMG and mow everyone to shreds. The vehicles in the game, they were also pretty cool. There was a wide variety of vehicles, ranging from supercars to heavily armoured tanks and stuff like that. Like, you could even get helicopters. There was variations of helicopters that had guns on them and stuff that you could use to your advantage to help clear out enemy bases and stuff like that. In terms of like supplies and stuff, you could do special side missions as well, which gain you a lot of supplies. They're like special supply raids and supply convoys. They were quite fun to go and do and stuff like that. Also around the map as well, there were these guys called lieutenants. There's lieutenants all around the map. They were in the orange vehicles. If you stop the vehicle, get them out and interrogate them, you can actually find intel on new side missions and stuff like that. So again, encourages you to get out and start driving around the map. But yeah, I think that's pretty much me done talking about the game and the gameplay. I've got a few funny little clips from like random stuff that happened. So I'll just let the video roll and finish them up. But my overall verdict, should you buy Ghost Recon Wildlands when it releases on March 7th? I'm going to say yes. But only if they're able to fix all the current issues they have with the game, including all the bugs and as many of the problems I have listed here as possible. Like I said, the vehicles I don't mind. The vehicles can handle one kill they want. One thing I will suggest with them is like the choppers, it's really hard to hit them with the guns and stuff, because the chopper's really hard to aim downwards. But yeah, so as long as all the problems are fixed and the game runs fine, I would heavily recommend you buy it. It's a fun game, and I had a blast playing the beta. So that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, like you appreciate it. If new, subscribe, very appreciate as well, and enjoy these random shenanigan clips. Yeah.
Done it.
Ghost Recon Wildlands Open Beta is now over. Well, it's gonna be for us.
Throw grenades up in the air.
I'm gonna. Boom. That's it. Quit to desktop.